Ferrari is bringing another big upgrade this week's race to close the gap to McLaren. Red Bull is working on a fix for their car, and Hamilton has been told to accept he might not win another title. Do consider subbing. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Ferrari has faced challenges in the current Formula One season, notably struggling to secure a podium finish. However, as they gear up for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, recent reports suggest that there's a significant boost on the horizon. A wider operating window for the SF25, estimated at around 30%. This enhancement could play a crucial role in optimizing the car's performance on the unique characteristics of the Jeddah circuit. This circuit is known for its low downforce requirements, which means less tire wear and minimal ground clearance needed. These factors have previously posed difficulties for Ferrari. In fact, one of their notable setbacks came when Lewis Hamilton was disqualified in China due to excessive wear on his skid block, which ultimately had him running too low to the ground. Hamilton's disqualification revealed that the team had misjudged the optimal settings for the vehicle. After a tough race weekend, Ferrari had to adjust their strategies, running their cars higher than they ideally wanted to. This instinctive reaction to previous setbacks may have impacted their performance, leading to persistent struggles with the car's setup. As the season progresses, questions arise. Can Ferrari finally clinch that podium finish in Saudi Arabia? Observations from experts indicate that even with the latest modifications, Ferrari continues to find it challenging to hit their desired performance metrics. Drivers like Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc have expressed their frustrations, with both feeling the pressure as they aim to navigate the car to success. Naomi Schiff, a former driver and current commentator, noted that the team's morale appeared low heading into the race. The car's inability to run in its optimum setup has been a recurring theme, leaving the drivers feeling underwhelmed and somewhat defeated. As they introduce improvements like the new floor, fans and analysts alike are eager to see if these changes will help them close the gap on their competitors. With both Sainz and Leclerc showing competitive times in recent outings, it's clear that the team is on the verge of breakthrough performances, especially considering Lewis has a knack for rebounding strong on race days. Islanders. The upcoming Saudi Arabian GP could be an opportunity for Ferrari to convert potential into results. Fans are eagerly watching as the team hopes to transform their struggles into victories, stemming from the much-anticipated advancements in their car. Will this 30% increase be enough to land them on the podium? As the races unfold, Ferrari's journey will surely keep everyone on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned for more insights on how Ferrari navigates challenges this season and what it means for their future in Formula One. As we look ahead to the upcoming race at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, there's a sense of optimism surrounding Ferrari and their performance. Recent developments show promise, especially following their performance in Bahrain. The new floor introduced to the SF25 has shown significant improvements, allowing for a more competitive edge. Jeddah presents some favorable conditions for Ferrari: low downforce, minimal tire wear, and a smooth circuit with very few bumps. This combination will enable the team to run their car as close to the ground as possible, maximizing the SF25's potential. According to analysis by Gazzetta dello Sport, the data suggests that Ferrari's operating window has doubled compared to previous races. This expanded window indicates a much better adaptability of the car, particularly benefiting from the hot conditions typical of the Jeddah circuit. As the team prepares for the weekend race, there's talk of a potential 30% performance increase over Bahrain. That's an impressive leap, and the engineers truly believe that this will be a critical factor for their success in Saudi Arabia. Currently, Ferrari's drivers, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, are sitting 5th and 7th in the drivers' standings. While they are currently trailing behind Lando Norris, who leads with 77 points, there's a clear opportunity for both drivers to capitalize on the enhancements made to the car. The Scuderia ranks 4th in the team standings with 57 points, but they still have a challenging gap to close behind McLaren. The upcoming race at Jeddah is not just another round, it's a pivotal moment that could define Ferrari's trajectory this season. Will they rise to the challenge? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the excitement is real, and fans cannot wait to see what unfolds on the track. Stay tuned for more updates and analyses as Ferrari aims to reclaim their form and compete at the highest level. In the fast-paced world of Formula One, the competition is fierce, and every team is striving for excellence. Recently, Lando Norris voiced his thoughts on the performance of the Red Bull RB21 and its star driver, Max Verstappen. Despite a rocky start for Red Bull in the 2025 season, Norris expressed confidence in the car's capabilities, insisting it's pretty damn good. He argued that it's nearly impossible for a driver as talented as Verstappen to excel with a subpar vehicle. As the season unfolds, Verstappen's performance has included remarkable highs, like clinching pole position at Suzuka, followed by a disappointing P6 finish in Bahrain, leaving him reflecting on the challenges ahead. In the competitive arena of F1, Norris, currently a rival, isn't dismissing the Red Bull's strength. He pointed to races such as Australia, where Verstappen narrowly finished behind him amidst challenging conditions, suggesting that such success isn't purely down to the driver. The car must also deliver. Norris stated, "We had a very good weekend in Melbourne, but Max was still right on me," highlighting the balance between the driver's skills and the car's performance. Furthermore, he acknowledged the synergy between Red Bull's engineering and Verstappen's talent, remarking, "You need both." Norris emphasized that Red Bull not only boasts a competitive car, but also an exceptional driver, necessary for maintaining their place at the forefront of the grid. He clearly articulated his own recent triumph as well, acknowledging, "100%, I acknowledge I've got the best car on the grid," with pride in his team's accomplishments. However, he was quick to clarify that the driver also plays a vital role in harnessing that potential. "I wouldn't be able to win without the best car," he noted, emphasizing that a vehicle must be within a margin that allows the driver to make a difference. Reflecting on the race in Australia, he reiterated that Verstappen's near victory was not a testament to a lack of capability from Red Bull's car, but rather an indication of its solid performance. "It's not just about the car being shit while the driver excels. The car's pretty damn good," he stated. This perspective is crucial as the F1 2025 season continues, with close performances and constant upskilling among the competitors. Norris highlighted the collaboration and support he shares with his teammate Oscar Piastri, suggesting that they are maximizing their potential by pushing each other to excel. As the season progresses, those watching Formula One can expect thrilling races filled with fierce rivalry and exceptional talent, all propelled by the strength and synergy of both the car and its driver. The dynamic between Norris, Verstappen, and their respective teams paints a vivid picture of the ongoing battle for supremacy in the sport, making it an exciting time for Formula One fans around the globe. Stay tuned for more updates as the season unfolds, and watch as these talented drivers continue to challenge each other, their limits, and the remarkable machines they race. As the 2025 Formula One season continues to gain momentum, it's clear that the competition is heating up. Lewis Hamilton's victory in the China Sprint marks the only triumph away from McLaren and Verstappen, leaving fans curious about the broader landscape of this season's races. However, it's not all smooth sailing for Ferrari. With Charles Leclerc only managing P4 finishes, Lando Norris believes that Ferrari's performance has been underwhelming. He points out that the Scuderia likely had higher expectations for themselves going into this season, but Norris is confident that this situation won't be permanent. "I think everyone expected a bit more from Ferrari," he stated. He anticipates that they, along with Mercedes, will soon be back in the race-winning mix, a sentiment that resonates strongly with fans and analysts alike. "I honestly think some races Mercedes will win," Norris added, acknowledging the competitive spirit that drives every team. "I do think that some races Ferrari will win, and some races Oscar will probably win." Despite the tight competition at the top of the driver's standings, Norris remains calm. He recognizes that perfection is unattainable and mistakes will inevitably happen during qualification laps. "But none of that worries me. I'm still confident we can win the majority," he reassures his supporters. The Constructors' Championship also reveals an interesting dynamic. McLaren is ahead by a considerable margin of 58 points over Mercedes, while George Russell sits just 14 points behind Norris in the drivers' standings. The breathing room in the constructors gives McLaren a strategic advantage. In the backdrop of these developments, rumors swirl around Max Verstappen's future. The discussions surrounding a potential move to Alpine have caught attention, stirred by pundits like Ralf Schumacher. The climate in the paddock is electric as fans speculate whether this star driver will remain at Red Bull or explore new horizons. With so much action both on and off the track, the 2025 season promises to deliver exhilarating narratives and unforgettable moments. Be sure to stay updated as the drama unfolds, keeping an eye on key players and surprises that emerge in this thrilling chapter of Formula One history. Lewis Hamilton's transition to Ferrari has been a rocky road thus far. After leaving Mercedes, he admits that the SF25 feels so alien to him. This sentiment highlights the challenges he faces as he tries to adapt to a new team and car. It's been a tough start for Hamilton, especially with mounting pressure after his latest defeat to teammate Charles Leclerc in Bahrain. 4 races into the season, Hamilton has consistently finished behind Leclerc, which adds to the frustration. He expressed concern over his performance, saying, "I'm just not doing a good enough job on my side," and he is keen on improving. Despite securing a pole position and a win in the China Sprint, the partnership between Hamilton and Ferrari hasn't quite reached expectations yet. His struggles have caused him to reflect on his time with Mercedes, where he sometimes faced similar challenges. After qualifying in Bahrain, where he found himself 6/10 behind Leclerc, his comments echoed the doubts from his last season with Mercedes. "I just wasn't quick today." As Hamilton pushes to find a way to unlock the potential of the SF25, he admits that improvement remains elusive. "I really don't know," he confessed when asked about what steps he could take to do better. This uncertainty adds a layer of complexity to the already intense competition in Formula One. Even after recovering to finish P5 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, Hamilton's thoughts indicate that mastering the Ferrari is a work in progress. He continues to adapt to the feel of the SF25, emphasizing how foreign it feels to him. "It just feels so alien," he remarked, pointing to the need for ongoing evolution as he aims for familiarity and success with his new car. In these early days of his Ferrari career, Hamilton's reflections illustrate the steep learning curve in adapting to a completely different machine, and the fans eagerly await to see how he navigates these challenges moving forward in the F1 season. Sometimes, drivers can get stuck in their ways, thinking that sticking to familiar driving techniques will be enough. Lewis Hamilton admits to this mindset, acknowledging that simply adjusting the car to his style isn't working anymore. He's realizing that adapting to the car is vital, especially with the new tools available to him, which completely change how driving feels. For instance, Hamilton highlighted that he had never used engine braking in his previous 12 years of racing. But in this new setup, engine braking is essential for turning the car effectively. He emphasizes the significant differences in brake systems compared to what he was used to, indicating that this could be a crucial factor in his performance. In his last race stint, he learned that sometimes he needs to rely on the rear brakes to navigate turns like those, while other situations might require him to shift weight onto the front of the car. This adaptability opens up a broader balancing window than he's accustomed to, showcasing the complexity and dynamism of modern F1 racing. Looking ahead, Hamilton is gearing up for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the final round of F1 2025's first triple-header event. After a tough start, he's currently sitting in P7 in the Drivers' Championship standings, trailing behind Charles Leclerc by 7 points and 2 positions. The stakes are high as the season unfolds. Meanwhile, there's outside commentary on Hamilton's aspirations within Ferrari. Some have been vocal in suggesting that his dream of clinching a title with Ferrari may not come to fruition. Even so, it's important to remember that he is still Lewis Hamilton, an iconic figure in the racing world, and his journey is far from over. Reflecting on his earlier career in F1, Hamilton shared that he often didn't feel comfortable being himself while navigating the paddock in strict team kits. This personal admission highlights the pressure and expectations that come with being a top driver. As the season progresses, Hamilton's adaptability, experience, and resilience remain key to understanding his potential trajectory within the world of Formula One. Expect exciting developments as he continues to face the challenges of his new Ferrari journey. Red Bull is in a race against time to resolve major issues with Max Verstappen's car ahead of the upcoming Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The reigning world champion faced significant challenges during the Bahrain race, raising questions about his quest for a fifth consecutive title. Team principal Christian Horner emphasized the urgency of addressing the brake problems that plagued Verstappen in Bahrain. As the next race approaches, solutions are being prioritized to ensure that Verstappen can return to peak performance. The Bahrain weekend was particularly frustrating for him, marked by balance and brake issues that were exacerbated by slow pit stops. In a race where Verstappen qualified in 7th place, nearly 6/10 off the pole position held by Oscar Piastri, the driver voiced his dissatisfaction with the terrible brakes. Despite attempts to adjust the brakes before the race, it was a disappointing outing for him, finishing in 6th place after only gaining 1 position throughout the race. With this result, he fell to 3rd in the driver's standings, which left him pragmatic yet disheartened. Verstappen stated, "It's what it is. I always try to do the best I can, even in disappointing or frustrating situations. But you have to move on." His commitment to improvement is evident as he acknowledged the team's ongoing discussions to fix their problems. He remarked that even victories do not erase existing challenges, highlighting the perseverance required to stay competitive. Delving deeper into Red Bull's troubles, the team's performance issues in Bahrain were largely attributed to the brake malfunctions. Horner pointed out that Verstappen was struggling to gain the necessary bite or feel from the brake pedal, an essential component for any driver to get the right feedback. Without this crucial feel, it compromises entry into corners and can lead to further complications, making it imperative for the team to resolve these issues swiftly. Interestingly, Yuki Tsunoda, another driver for the team, also faced brake problems despite managing to score points with a 9th place finish. This indicates that the brake issue isn't isolated to Verstappen, but is a systemic concern that the team must address. As Red Bull scrambles to get everything in order, the focus now shifts to how they will tackle these challenges in time for the Saudi Arabian GP. All eyes will be on whether they can implement effective changes that will allow Verstappen to regain his championship momentum. The excitement builds as fans eagerly await the next chapter in this unfolding saga. As we dive deeper into the challenges facing Red Bull, it's clear that the RB21 isn't just struggling with brake issues. Team advisor Helmut Marko has stated, "We have a lot of problems." The main concerns lie in balance and grip, which have led to the braking issues we've seen this season. Team principal Christian Horner acknowledged that while Red Bull has found ways to minimize some issues, every race reveals the car's shortcomings. "Ultimately, you can mask it a little through setup," he said, reflecting on their slight success in Suzuka. However, it's evident that certain pitfalls need immediate attention. Horner emphasizes that while they have a grip on where the issues originate, finding effective solutions requires time, and the clock is ticking. Unlike last season, the team is facing wholly different problems this year, particularly with braking, an area that wasn't a concern previously. Adding complexity to the situation, Red Bull needs to broaden the car's operating window. Both Verstappen and Tsunoda have noted that it's currently very narrow, presenting further challenges. Horner stated, "That's obviously what the team is very much focused on as they prepare to introduce updates in the upcoming races." Despite the hurdles, Max Verstappen is keenly aware that he sits just 8 points behind Lando Norris in the driver's standings. However, Red Bull's hope for a double championship is dimming fast, with a significant gap of 80 points trailing McLaren after just 4 race weekends. Turning our attention to Yuki Tsunoda, there's a mix of cautious optimism surrounding his performance. Tsunoda's experiences, alongside Verstappen's struggles, paint a complicated picture for Red Bull as they strive to turn their fortunes around in the competitive Formula One landscape. As we move forward, the concern remains: Will they be able to address these crucial issues before it's too late? The next few races will be pivotal for Red Bull and their drivers as they aim to regain their edge in the championship chase. Keep watching as we bring you all the updates and insights into Red Bull's journey through this tumultuous season. Stay tuned for more analysis and developments as the story unfolds.